Hey, it's been a little bit. I don't know. Depends on what I post, I guess. Sorry, adjusting my hand. I don't know how long this will be, but I just had an interesting revelation, I guess, for myself. Which is funny saying that out loud because it's like what I'm thinking about is one of those things where it's like, well, no shit. But I am amazed at the depths, I guess, of influence that our parents have on us. And that's not to villainize in any way. It's more to just bring clarity to situations. Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, when I think about this topic in regards to emotional health and healing, it's one of those things where pretty much every modality, everything that I've learned and heard is like the triggered responses, which are just basically bigger responses to something that happened in our lives. Or like the response doesn't make sense for the situation. It's connected to our caregivers from basically the childhood development era. And depending on who you talk to, depends on the age group. Typically it's from 0 to 12. So I guess my understanding of that would be that basically everything that I'm triggered in my life right now is actually tied to my parents in some way. So yeah, I don't know if that's any aha moment for anybody. I just think I'm amazed at the depth of how far that reaches. And yeah, I guess I'm like trying to decide if I want to actually share the context or the details of the situation or not. It's in relation to a romantic relationship that I have with somebody. I don't know what you want to call it. It's complicated. But I have been freaking out. And I don't feel like I'm typically this person to like freak out about stuff, but I've seen this pattern over and over and over in my life in relationships, particularly of the male persuasion. And there's something inside of me that gets triggered, especially in regards to silence. And again, it's not something that it's solely in a male-female relationship for me. It happens in like my friendships too. Silence is just really triggering for me, and that's probably another time to explore. I don't really know where that one comes from, but I just had this aha moment for myself with this particular relationship, and I've been like pressing hard for a really long time. And just like feeling really sad and really devastated and like, oh, this person doesn't like me, doesn't care, like he used to, text me all the time and, blah, 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 blah. And now it's like, well, I'm working and, it feels like an excuse after an excuse. And maybe it is, I don't know. But like when we talk about it, he verbalizes to me that he still cares, that he still finds me attractive, that he still, whatever. So I'm not diving into that. I'm not asking for anybody to give me their advice or thoughts or opinions on that one because I know that it could be all across the spectrum. My aha moment came from just sitting with myself for a little bit, and all of a sudden it kind of dawned on me, my parents, what I saw with them was not affection. they fought. I don't recall that they fought all the time, but they did fight. And I remember that more than I remember any sort of affection, any sort of touching, any sort of I want to be close to you, like none of that existed. It was almost like a war to even spend time and engage. And what I did hear was that my mom tried so hard and tried to go to counseling, and my dad wasn't interested or into it. They both worked from home, and I only share that because he was in his office all the time. They slept in separate bedrooms. So like that's what I recall about, my parents. And that was the example that I saw of a healthy, which is not healthy, marriage. It's what I saw. And so for me, with this person that I'm connected to right now, like with this drop off of communication, especially when I'm working, it like hit something in me so deep that I didn't even realize that it was there, connected to my parents and their marriage, and they got a divorce. And so for me, I think it was like I didn't even realize it was so unconscious, subconscious of this, like, this is doomed. This is doomed. He's always working. He's making excuses. He doesn't want to talk to me. It's always, whatever. And so it just hit something so deep inside of me. Anyway, I don't even know if that makes any sense to anybody at all. That's, I guess, a pretty vulnerable space. Story time, welcome. Like I have said before, I only share these things for a couple reasons, mainly for myself, just because I need a platform and an outlet to share this bullshit that I'm wading through and figuring out. And the hope is if someone stumbles on this and, maybe it can bring some revelation or some peace or something to somebody else too. Those are really the only reasons. So I honor you if you have watched this far. I hope that it's blessed you in some way. I don't know what the next step is for me personally, but it was just, those moments where all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I've never thought of that before. That's kind of where I'm at. So anyway, I guess just, you never really know when that's gonna inspire you or hit. But yeah, our parents, again, not to villainize them, but they were the main source for any one of us growing up in the home. And so, of course, it's going to be connected to a lot of things, whether we're aware of them or not. So, yeah. Sorry. I don't know if that's good news for you or not. But, yeah. There's that. So, thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a great day.